several new developments this afternoon at the East Village explosion. 24 hours after the blast, here is what we know now. Mayor de Blasio says there is a possibility that the gas line was inappropriately accessed by people in the building, and that may have led to the explosion.
In all, 22 people are injured, including 4 critically. 2 are still unaccounted for, including a 23-year-old man who was in the sushi restaurant when it exploded.
The scene, as you can see, still smoldering, and crews cannot go through the rubble until the fire is completely out. We have several reports, beginning with Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan live at the scene in the East Village. Jim?
Shelley, they're a long way from knowing exactly what caused this blast. It may end up being that work that was being done inside. It could, in the end, prove to be something altogether different. What they know is this. Yesterday afternoon, someone smelled gas, and they went looking for the source. They opened a door, and that was all the spark this blast needed. A day later, and the mountain of debris still seethes and smolders, still too hot, too dangerous for anyone to approach. Firefighters still spray water, but from a safe distance. The details of what happened are buried there in the mountain of burning beams and twisted steel, the debris that just yesterday was the stuff of people's lives. It could be days before the answers are uncovered.
And there's a lot more we need to learn. We will not have all the facts until we can access 121 2nd Avenue fully, and particularly get into the basement area. That's going to take time because of the amount of the debris that's been created.
You've got to be very methodical. You got to get the fire out. You got to create a safe environment. And then once the fire is out and then FD is comfortable, they'll start bringing in grapplers and going through that debris meticulously.
When the first explosion ripped through the East Village restaurant and the raging fire that followed consumed the buildings around it, more than 20 people were injured. There were people inside and nearby who still have not been accounted for a day later. Today, they brought in backhoes to be ready to pull apart the rubble and search dogs in case they were needed. But it's really still too early. Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer toured the site today.
Well, you can't quite believe that much destruction exists. It looks worse in East Harlem. Thank God, up to now, nobody has passed, although we don't know.
While we feel pain over those who are right now fighting for their lives and all of the people whose lives have been turned upside down, I hope at the same time we appreciate that we are blessed by the finest first responders anywhere in the world.